Welcome to another installment from Arizona Wings and Stings on bee removal. Today we're going to be removing bees. Actually, what we're going to do is be treating the bees, and we're going to be doing them. They're up inside of an older home here in Phoenix. The bees are up inside of a soffit. It's a tongue and groove soffit. What happens with a lot of the older homes is that as the water runoff comes down off the roof, as the roofs get older, sometimes what it does, it tends to leach back underneath and get up underneath these tongue and groove soffits, which causes them to rot out. These soffits are all nice and open, and so the bees, what they do is they find this is a really nice location to build their hives in. This particular location happened to be someplace where somebody had treated the bees a year or two ago, and all the honeycomb and everything had been left up inside, which obviously attracts more bees to that location. So anyway, stay tuned, and I'll get my suit on and we'll get everything set up and we'll start treating these bees here for you.
Well, and here we have another bee swarm here.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be injecting some dust into this void here, and it's going to have a pretty good effect on these bees here. We're also injecting some gas in here. It's a pyrethrum. It's more of a flushing agent to flush the bees out. And then it also helps get them moving around inside the hive to come in contact with the dust that we're using. The dust we're using is strictly organic dust. Generally not harmful. But what it does, it works as a desiccant onto the bees. So what it basically does is dries them out or flushes them out. And then the dust on top of them causes them to dehydrate and die very quickly. Yeah, the bees are still coming out. Seems like some of the newer bees now are a little bit more aggressive. My glove is getting stung here, and they're kind of coming after and around the camera here. So even though they were docile when I first got here, they're getting a little bit more aggressive. Here you can see how the bees are kind of coming out, and they're all covered in the dust. Kind of walking away, moving around. So that dust works as a desiccant for them. As you can see, the bees are not necessarily going inside the opening there in that soffit because of the dust that's up in there. They know that it works as a desiccant and also works as a repellent. So as you can see, here I am, and I've got a lot of the bees that are buzzing around the side of me and kind of all around. What's happening is some of these bees are getting a little bit more aggressive,
than the first group that start coming out. So this is why you always wear a bee suit. You never just go out and shoot some raid at a bee hole or anything like that, because you never know what you're going to get.